So interesting thing here. Pulling the front end off this truck, when I got to the passenger side, I found something that was really, really unsettling. So you can see this, a little bit of rust, but those welds look factory. Now when I come over here, that I believe somebody's welded on. I might be wrong. However, the truly unsettling part was these nuts right here. You notice that wear mark? Those nuts were just like that. So someone had put these on upside down. If anybody can see it or not. If you can't tell, that's a lock nut. It should be like so, right on top of this. Matter of fact, you can see where they dug into it, forcing this down rather than putting it on right. So last night when I pulled my passenger side, or the right side A-arm off the top of this, I noticed that the nuts holding the thing on were upside down. I don't know how they did it, but they literally put the lock nuts on upside down and drove them into. And then I'm looking at it a little closer today, and I realize, okay, they put new control arms in this thing. And the more I look at it, the worse it gets. Now, I hear mechanics telling DIYers all the time how take it to a shop and blah, blah, blah. I don't know who did this. I've seen stuff come out of shops that look like this, and I've seen some stuff come out of garages that look this bad. So I'm not going to throw rocks either direction, but if this is your idea of how to do work, stop. So not only, as I go a little deeper and I start looking at this thing more and not just pulling it apart, I realized, look, there's lines here. Well, those lines are supposed to be here to help lock this in place. So when you're tightening it down, it grips. So you grip into this. They had these upside down, so there's no grip on the bottom. So that would allow this thing to move. So you could easily lose alignment. And you can see where they forced the nut down inside of it. Then I thought, well, you know, when I was first looking at this, these control arms didn't look horrible. Well, look at this gap. Look at this gap. Same thing here. Now, look at it where they're done right. There is no gap. There is no gap. There is no gap. Anytime that you start on an older vehicle, don't assume that the way it is correct. I'm a firm believer in YouTube. If nothing else, you can find videos, and even if the guy who's doing the video, and you can think the same thing about me, doesn't know what he's doing, he's more than likely going to have a video shot, or he's going to have something that'll give you a clue of what should really be where it's at. This kind of stuff is a wonder that this truck would stay on the road. People that do this kind of work are on the road with us every day. That is scary.